guys, and we are back. It's another Saturday, and as usual, if it's Saturday, if it is 11 a.m., you know where you have to be, and that is the Trotro Diaries TV show. So today is going to be another exciting one. Last week, I had fun. We talked about Valentine and stuff. Noella wasn't here, even though I bought her some Valentine balloons there, Charlie. First time I wanted to celebrate Valentine, she wasn't here. So I think that was a sign that Valentine and me, we are like black stars and then caps. Anyway, today we're going to have a fun one. We have a very interesting conversation, right? It's 2025. In December, Ghanaians voted. We reset the system. We have a new president, new ministers and all that. But there's something interesting that looks like it hasn't been reset. Or if it was reset, it was set in the very opposite direction, right? So, you know, on the show, we talk about transport issues, we talk about trotros, ride-hailing, among other stuff. But there's something that has been happening. I think last week we even saw a video of it. This time it was towards the Kaswa direction where they had a whole, storage container or something that they were using to pick people. And the reason why is that people have been finding it difficult getting cars to these areas. But we've heard there's something very interesting happening on the Pokwase in Amasaman Road. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Basically, what we hear is some drivers are taking advantage of the situation. And I hope they are watching it because we've been to a couple of the stations. We've seen that they tune in to Joy Prime at 11 a.m. on Saturdays. And what we're seeing is that a lot of drivers are trying to cheat the passengers. Now, this is 2025, and we all agreed we're resetting. If we all didn't even agree, majority agreed that we are resetting the country. So how is it that we're resetting the country, but drivers are trying to take advantage of passengers? Now, this is a very important conversation we need to have, and to be able to have this conversation, we need your voice. Because you guys are the ones that are experiencing it the most. There are more people that are experiencing it than the number of people that are in the studio. And so we need you guys to share your comments, share your views. You can join via Zoom. The ID and the logins will be in there. There's WhatsApp. You can share your messages via WhatsApp as well. And then, obviously, we want you to come in. We're going to talk about drivers cheating passengers on the Pokwase in Amasaman Road. If you're also experiencing another part, we definitely want to hear from you guys. For now, we're going for a quick break. And then when we come back, we have videos for you. We have conversations for you. Stay tuned. This is the Trotro Diaries TV show on Joy Prime. Call your family members, call your friends to join you. We will be right back. Welcome back, welcome back. This is the Trotro Diaries TV show. As I said, today we're talking about drivers on the Pokwase in Amasaman Road and how they're treating passengers on that stretch. But as you know, these days we have these amazing videos that we bring to you guys, and then we also have the Vox Pop we bring. But as usual, Charlie, I don't host this show alone. Last week that she was supposed to be here, she decided not to be here. She was somewhere. I mean, she was probably doing something, and so she came up with something to say that, oh, I won't come. But I've accepted it. When somebody is cheating on you, you just accept it and you move on. So I can no longer introduce her as my better half. I will introduce her as my ex or my former better half. Ladies and gentlemen, Noella.
You know,
Ember, it won't come.
I actually woke up in a very good mood today, and so nothing is going to take me out of that mood.
Oh,
I refuse to be taken out of character. He's saying that he doesn't know what happened. You literally knew what happened. I sent you a video.
Yes, he went on a trip with a guy.
I got hurt.
Oh, boy.
And I sent him a video to show, even as I said now, I'm hurting. But he's sitting here saying what he's saying. Anyway, it's not today that I actually took you out of the list that you're no more a better half. So don't claim it for yourself. I have claimed it already.
No.
Anyways,
I knew you were cheating, so I had to move on. Valentine, that people were enjoying. You decided to go on a road trip with
which people were enjoying, and what
We went on a road trip.
Why? So Valentine was supposed to celebrate the Valentine on air.
Of course.
And you're telling me
I had balloons.
You brought me
balloons.
What am I supposed to do with the balloons? Flowers crying, penna balloons. Waste material.
You see?
Balloons that can't be recycled. in a day like this when we preach climate change. Anyway,
So as you can see, she's showing a...
Let's forget about focus on me. Don't focus on him. Focus on me. Anyway, we've got the trends now. We're bringing you the trends, which is basically trending videos that concerns transport and all of that. Everything that we discuss right here on the show is what we're bringing to you. Do not forget that the show is proudly brought to you by Hisense Ghana. If you need any sort of appliances, they are your, how do I even say this? They are your headquarters, your go-to. Your plug,
your
exactly.
Valentine.
Whatever, for appliances. And so we've got the adorable Debbie Sway on standby. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I love the fit.
Oh,
I love the fit. I love the fit.
How are you doing?
Shelley, I'm doing awesome.
But today I have to side with y'all because
Thank you.
Pet on the Valentine week is quite
Wow.
coincidental.
Wow.
Just today,
Wow.
I'm still on your side. I'm still.
Wow.
In fact, I just
Wow.
actually remembered that
It'd be
even
your
after
own people. It'd be your own people that will leave you on the desert without water, but it's fine.
No, but you know what?
It's
Even
fine.
after Noella cheated on me, right, and found somebody else, it's 2025, so I'm progressive. I found her a guy on the show. The guy came to the show, red, kaftan.
So?
Noella didn't show up. So it'll be me. It'll be
God
you.
have mercy. Whatever
guy showed up.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Whatever happens on the set of Trotro Diaries remains on the Trotro Diaries.
But we're on the
Beyond
set.
the set.
But we on the set.
It's so typical. He calls me his better half on the set, but beyond the set, alone. Anyway, let's go for the first video. I don't know what the first video is about. I guess the surprise my producer wants to, give us, and you as well. So let's go for the first video.
Kasongo Mbali Kasongo mbona we Songa libala Obo Kasongo Mbali Kasongo mbona we Songa libala Obo
Okay.
Bars.
Noella, what do you think about this?
What do I think? Excellent. They couldn't have said it any better.
Really?
I mean, let's go to the Bible. Before the woman was created, everything was created. The land was there. Fruits, trees were bearing fruits. Okay, everything was sweet. The man, God knew that, he can't handle things. He would need a Midas touch from the woman. That's where we came in. So women were in for the soft life.
But you know what's interesting about that? I'm so happy.
I have a quote. I said, soft life is the fundamental woman right.
Interesting. So what I'm curious about is, what about the equality conversation you're having on this?
Please.
You have resigned.
I am not a feminist. I'm not that intense.
You have resigned.
I love women. I love the things about women. But please, when it comes to responsibilities, do your own man.
But what about lazy man? Lazy man, no, they
Hey, man, you can't be lazy,
But woman can.
Hey, no, women who were born to be supportive. So the lead must not be lazy. The lead must lead for the supportive person to, nicely support, and then it's nice. But if the lead is lazy, how will the support?
Work.
In fact,
that's a dysfunctional relationship.
If I did not know that Ghana has reset, today I know that Ghana has reset.
Why?
You that were championing equality on this show.
Listen.
Anyway, no, I agree with you.
Equality is fine, but it's not.
Give me a high five.
High five. I champion equality in the corporate world, not in relationships.
Yes. It has to be a clear division. Like, someone does
Tell
the
them.
other.
Sir?
Tell them.
So equality in everything.
Exactly.
No.
Tell them.
So the equality is only when
so
exactly.
lazy woman
Corporate
for
world.
chop, but
Okay, we're gonna go for the next video. But I want to remind you, ladies, that this conversation will come back to haunt you.
Whatever.
Anyway, we're going for the next video.
We will survive. You can trust men to fight over anything and nothing. I mean, I just looked at the video, and me who accept me who need tintin, I mean who need theater, me who need tea, I mean who need tail.
Okay.
You know, you
Noella,
can just see that.
Noella, let me help you.
No, let me finish helping myself.
No, hold on.
Let me finish helping myself.
The way things are going, if I don't help Noella, because when the video starts, the guy is even talking.
Let me finish helping myself, yeah.
Okay.
Literally, I followed the conversation, and you can just tell the mate just wants to be abusive. That's an innocent woman. Very innocent woman. You know, having to stand up for herself. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, mates, you guys.
Charlie.
But it's very unprofessional. It's
guys,
very
let me. Even though she's my ex, better half, I will still fight for Noella.
Oh.
Blame it on something else.
What else?
No. Let's blame it on something else.
What are we blaming on? The
lady was fighting. The video starts with the lady fighting. The mate literally comes in.
No, the video starts with the lady defending herself. Ladies always defend. They always have to defend themselves against, you know.
Let's go for the next.
Oh, no more. Wow, someone new. Oh, my part of you to me, Costro. Oh, so many are so the whole. I'm not so fear more. And now somebody cried. That was so big.
I mean,
you know the crazy thing about these videos?
I mean, must I even talk? I mean, like, never in history, like, let's be serious. I'm not even smiling right now, I'm serious.
Oh, this
Never
one, let me pick my phone. No, hold on.
Will you ever see
Please definitely repeat that.
Fight like that? Unless in secondary school. And look how we're so cutesy, we're so demure.
Kindly repeat.
I'm telling you, never in history, never in this lifetime would you see two women, and you have to give them context. Show them the video.
Oh, say what they are saying.
And it's very dangerous.
You see two women fight like that. Like, you guys are supposed to be offloading. You're supposed to be working, and you're fighting like two.
It's like they don't know.
Producer, you have gotten the memo.
It's okay.
Next week we'll have a video for you, and I have evidence. I'll attach it.
Masa, there's AI. Now you can develop videos.
So
but people are watching the show.
We know.
People are watching the show. They can see it.
We know you can develop.
But
videos.
what could even be the cause of this? Why would you fight?
No, but you know,
know.
Accra stay by plan. But I think the guy in orange is very wicked, because they are fighting. But check out where he's hitting the guy. The waist, though. The waist. And the waist, see.
Oh, Charlie,
so he's destroying the guy's waist.
Just to cripple him.
And I think the thing that's crazy about these videos is usually the people that are giving the commentary in the background.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go. Let's check out the last video before the Bisway takes over.
Yeah.
Fita. Fita. Mekai minim diana e sana se. Dumjani. Sabano na me. Oh, they be be engine na me. Sa. Yeah. Okay, yes, I'm quite tricky ni mwana. I'm say they be inside, you know. Yeah, you need to drive na me had it. Anya. Yeah. Why you ning? Edia. I go mama 400. Meet me at a party be a tie uncle for say Accra. Sir. 2010. Hey, no. We get 2010. No 400 here. Yeah, the tiny now, you boy. Sir. And you're there 400. Then say a anything. Oh, my parts in the back. Sir. Now, so can't make banana. Okay. Can't make the banana come on. Oh, said they didn't know. We're not teaching you now. Child, would do baby. I was a general. Sir. Yeah. Hey, what time is it? Sir. I mean, make me and your beer mouth. So, make me at home and open so. Sir, no, I say. It's a time. We know it's a phone in because the way Tony in this is. Sir, I'm in Tono. Sir, there no say no. You bet me at changing now, my order for bed 350. Hey. Yeah. Fit I assure you. And he say a any day. Mean Johnny Hanna. Johnny Hammer. Sir, and he on China my bed. Oh, 2 days, sir. Okay, you and any major home. Ah, Daniel. Okay. Hey, Tana, me de bounce on bow. Oh, sanity. Sir. Oh, okay. Any major boys now. Okay, you any major ha. 2 days. You. All right. Fita, no be me dem car now. Oh, now my friends are far. You can't say now we try. We also sometimes we try. Oh, try say. Good guys, no good in the plan. They say me make sure say bit me around. We say the brave na engine no. I say, what do you oh, but say na me the car ba be jira da. Me ba. Hey, Uber driver. Na me na you never see na you me dem pay be akọ.
No. You know, I don't want to talk like. I mean, we can all see. I don't want to talk because if I talk right now, you guys will say that I'm talking. I like to talk too much against the men. But again,
we're talking about mechanics. Can it be about mechanics?
Oh,
again,
female mechanics don't do this.
I have seen female mechanics.
Oh yes.
Charlie, they're so professional.
Where?
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me. Where?
Are you trying? No, it's you're only trying to say that there are no female mechanics in Ghana.
I haven't tried to say anything. You are saying your thing. I'm saying where? Where did you see them?
Don't ask me.
Where did you see them?
You know what you're saying right now. It's against women. He's trying to be.
How is it against?
Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that.
You are saying something. I say where did you see them?
But I mean, this is typical. Listen, this is very typical of the mechanics. Which are men, majorly, you know, or should I say majority of them.
You take your car there, and then before the car returns, there are more issues than.
And they even use it. They use it and go and pick up. Well, they go and pick up. The
so there's actually a story. It was popular on Facebook. A mechanic took somebody's car, was supposed to work on it.
Yeah.
And Accra. Next thing they hear, the car's had an accident in the Volta region. Totally condemned.
Wow.
And so these things are actually...
but on a more serious note, these things happen. If you're a mechanic... we had an episode where we explored some of these things. I mean, if you're a mechanic, Charlie, I know it's a crash day by plan, but Charlie, sometimes more plan too bad. More budgets no go overboard. Meaning, say, you want to go and take care of some girly pop here and there and all of that, but
and it's not professional.
So that, some of our guys too would save some of the money for us. Yeah. Power to the men. Power to the men.
Anyway, so viewers, these are the trends for this week. If you have any interesting video, trotros from the road or anything, personal experiences, drivers are cheating you on the road or whatever, just take a video. Make sure you share with us on the WhatsApp number, which will be on your screen. And we definitely will feature it. So, Debbie's Way, what do you have for us?
So,
Debbie's Way.
But that's what it is.
Yeah, so this week I went to speak to residents of Amasaman, people that usually frequent the Amasaman Road, and they had a lot of concerns. I thought they were going to complain about, just the road being bad and the government should do stuff, but this time around it was different. I have never heard this. So imagine, just imagine that instead of the government pressing our necks as usual, as they always claim, now it is your own people, the drivers themselves, that are stamping on them. So yesterday I was speaking to a few of them and they said when it's in the evening, although it's very difficult to get a car, now the drivers charge twice or thrice the amounts they're supposed to take. So now, if you're moving from Amasaman to Circle, in the mornings, it's usually 7 cedis. That's the standardized price. But now in the evening, as early as 6 p.m.
Wow.
Now they're charging you about 15 cedis, 20 cedis.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. And then it's not just one particular driver. It's it's everywhere. All the drivers are doing it to them, and they complain and complain, and no one is listening to them.
So you had conversations with the residents who are also passengers.
Yes, who are passengers. Yes.
And they share these concerns.
Exactly.
Awesome. So let's take a look at the video, I guess.
Yeah. Hello everybody, welcome back to Church Diaries, and this is your girl Debbie Sway. Now I don't know if you've ever used the Amasaman Road before. Probably you were traveling from Accra to Kumasi or vice versa, or you're even a resident there. Now today we are going to be discussing this issue. For residents there, for drivers, for passengers who use the road often, what is the issue? What are the problems they encounter using this road?
The transportation system, they're very, very bad. Unya car traffic. That's why Obenya car traffic in your so I be price from Circle to Pokwase 65. But it's so much 10 cedis and a real new. There's so much trouble now man I fix. In Timpacho, no the monthly once on a monkama a born I fix. Timpamcho and then your challenges pa and our buses I don't know buses and car I alone but endorse or Kwana Suntino. A challenge pa and say I'm very my no my hair born on my
about 4 p.m. pe unya Pokwase car and so cars in Yanam Pokwase. Obeja Hanma pa in Sawam Doblu in Sawam Fair now 15 cedi. Meanwhile, so normal can 6 cedi 50 pesos and so 15 cedi no beje. Ubesu barrier Accra 15 cedi. And about 4 p.m. from 4 p.m. ukwa kusi 9 p.m. Oti Pokwase Amasaman prepare 15 cedi na be faka. I don't know why. Truck drivers in even they do that time cry that online riding cry no prices ni increase. The enka normal be about to be 45 cedis and 50 cedis no. Or make me the amount be 180.
Eno dia enokre pa. Ebi wo no mo omo ebia Pokwase a obelodu achimota okodu ono ma na wasen esi nkofo ni na wasen afa achimota fo edi omo akọ Pokwase ni ade ni na challenges a hati memufo no ni na ye so omo nhwe no omo nka wasam ne ntumi mbo timemufo ni na ye honto ye ne ntena o manemu aha
me so Amasaman na meti oh Accra ha na se anopa usola homachi be ti se ahomachi be full clock regional council be foka ka no benya bi no na bobe ti se bia anopa be ti se bia 7:30 to 8 na enokra mpo no omo mfaka on kase okọ circuit straight to ebi won no be kase okọ amas obesi wo friends en Pokwase en last stop enti ube dru Pokwase a o se ho ye last stop no wasan load bia barrier to bia Pokwase to barrier eno so e wo de wo je sa sope sa ansa no wa be du circle sa ne ma we se nyina no ye nyina e Ghana no ne e wo emra no e ba akopɛ se ye lolly fan na fan e ba akopɛ ye je 7 cedis from Amasaman to circle 7 cedis by ne o ba sope no wa be du circle no atua be se bia 35 and 32 because omo ba omo yan sope obefa ka ba be si Pokwase na wasan so fa e bia ba be si barrier achimota sanga krakra nti check na hwe ade oba bedu enne se me sole ame ba na me sole be full crop mi gina kwa ho se ske kita me no enso eme no so enu 10 cedi kra ti mi gina ho che pa pick up obi pick up na me pa na chew ene oba se ke me pa na chew na oba be si me enti de ekoso infutro so be se omo ye kwan no so omo ye emo mo to ade wo kwan no omo ye adwuma wo kwan no kohwe o sha tale ba behye ba bedu ba bia otie no obozo ba bedu na said o free akurase ba bi kura na eba
watch your friend me Gladys dodo na friend me Nima wache Taifa mete Taifa Burkina honum no
Nti bacho tell what afa Amasaman Road no so
papa na Taifa de yen kakra Taifa for driver for bia omu ye sisi for omu nitema ebo be se 8 to 9 a wo fa car or Taifa na wo so wo ba Accra na circle a obaba be si wo new station Achimota no ajuska 6 cities from new station to circle obesi aju 6 cities na wo bedu circle so na wo kwa Accra wasi aju 6 cities and just imagine from Taifa to Accra 18 cities na samandie wakọ no akọ fa nioma now they kwa just imagine so person wo this 18 cities no eto so ansa na wanya bi yesre GPRTU for a ewo mamu a se omunhwe enye Taifa driver for nko a Amasaman ensawam ebo 4 o'clock na wo begina circle a unyaka Accra unyaka I say ye ni hwasofo bia ye ni obi ohwe ye so wo mamu enti nya driver for pe e no mo ye wo oman Ghana mu enti yam papa Mahama sa waba yesro bebre yam papa kufu ho ekufu ado ho ye kan sasem ya ye nya kamafo amaye enti si yesre yam papa Mahama ba onhwe Taifa Pokuasi Amasaman and Sawam driver for GPRTU Fue. Yes, Ramo, Mama Mohomre so, Namonsha na driver for Eddie Yewu, Ewa or mine Ganem.
Me pese Mahama 1 year. 1 year no hono 1 year fe. Na afe nso no on say kufa do nwie kwan no nte so wie no hono mo ye nice no the street light near the etutu na kwan ni dem so what you say
na mate so say like ade san mun eya munya kan ko ho
sister sem no abosui efi Accra ebedu circle obe free Accra obe fa obedu circle obejo fair different osi wa no start apai is Amasaman sawam na no so wasajo fair enu krampo ten ya bebi odo ko no fa unkoduru na odo akosi kwan so no mo jeje peace na free ampo kodu abeka krampo no omo person be ko mo se la pass straight nti no mo je la pass fair nti sana yete wa ha say sa fair
Amasaman transportation.
In fact, some driver from the year and kura because seven producer. I depend on crap or muji in scarboard into say density and yes, Ebanisa. Because at least I'm 7 cities no muji because any cran ya for circle, but omuji 10 city. Me would enter yesa. Intinaka, my own being found. 10 city no muji there. And washi because minimum year say 20 cities. Abra as some 7 cities as some mammy sister crap bear 4 cities. Into Oji 10 cities. Into a haji, into your moon can be because from the open on Muya council. I said, or beyond discipline into the open on Muya council. Into at least the drivers for driver from there. They should bring them to order.
We definitely should bring them to order, and we're going to attempt to do that today on the show. But what you heard were residents of the Pokwase Amasaman, should I say community, complaining about the ill treatment they face from drivers and mates that ply that road. And we have a person of authority to also speak to about the situation that's happening. But I want to say a very big thank you to Debbie. You always do amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, to go and do Vox Pop in a place like that, I can imagine it's chaotic. Maybe. And yeah, kudos to you.
All right.
Power to the woman.
But I think to add to what Noella was saying, we definitely should keep this up because we're really getting what is happening on the ground. The people are able to speak. And I think, for example, you hear people say, oh, the president, but then that shows that people need a place they can speak to. And so having these conversations make it possible for the people to have a voice, and then we can now bring in the people of authority, just as you're about to introduce.
Absolutely. And you can tell, we have Angel Gabriel seated by us. Don't mind me, I'm just being silly. But what we have the pleasure of having Mr. Sariki Aminu Yusuf. He is the General Secretary of the Concerned Drivers Association. We tried reaching out to the GPRTU. They chose to do as kwani. They are supposed to be in the studio today to speak to this issue because most of the people that we even spoke to, the residents, they kept, calling GPRTU and the president. And so we really wanted to engage them as well as the concerned people, but it's fine. Maybe they're busy. We can let them, Ms. Amini, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I love your ensemble.
You're looking beautiful.
Thank you. Ms. Amini, are you married?
You're looking great also.
Please don't focus on him. Really? Focus on me. Okay. I am the center of attraction here.
Wow.
He said, wow. Oh, my God. So, Mr. Amini, tell me, are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh.
Noel, are you okay?
I'm very much okay.
Are you okay?
I thought he was
single. You need water?
I don't need water. I'm perfectly okay.
Just checking.
I thought he was single so that we could pair. Oh, but you're a Muslim, right?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim.
So you're open to...
Yeah.
So can
2, 3, 4.
So can the Bluetooth pair then?
Maybe after the program we will talk about
No, please. If you want to claim me live on the show now. Can it pair? Yes or no? We'll do after. Say it's live on the show. Can it pair?
Am I safe to go out after the program?
Absolutely safe. Absolutely safe. But anyway, it's good to have you in the studio. We're going to be reading a few messages to set the tone. To further set the tone for the conversation we're going to have today. And so if we have some of the messages. So basically, if you're watching and you find yourself in any predicament, okay, in terms of transport, maybe as a passenger, you have some challenges with, chauffeur drivers or maids or whatever during your journey to your destination or whatever, you can share it with us. Same way, if you're a driver, you're a mate, and maybe you go through some challenges, passengers put you through certain predicaments while you guys are on your journey to your destination. You want to share those videos with us or share those concerns with us so we can, discuss it. We're here for you. We are a representative of the greater good when it comes to our country and our transport system, okay?
The voice.
The voice as well. So you can share your concerns with us via the numbers we've displayed on your screens. And definitely, we're going to be treating that issue. And so we
Do you need help with this? I think this one says, I am
ahead.
Nakro Diamond from Kumasi. How do you explain this woman? I think this is a reply to what Noella said. So we showed a video earlier on, 2 guys fighting, and she was saying it's only guys.
Hey,
so I think they brought the pink sheet.
You able.
So, yes, let's see the pink sheet.
Don't worry.
There are 2 women, Noella. Oh?
Cameraman, point to me, Let me speak for my people. The first video we saw,
we didn't see.
Those were videos of 2 men fighting on a job. On the job.
And this is 2 women
These are
fighting
2
in their
women.
neighborhood.
It's a relationship. Maybe girl not a boy, And
Anyway.
I need to claim my claimable.
This one says, good morning. This issue of unfair charges by drivers is even worse in Kumasi and not limited to Accra.
Yeah.
I wish you could take this matter up.
Yeah,
So,
it's very true.
Yeah.
I had an experience. The one time, my whole life, I've been to Kumasi once.
Okay.
One time I went to Kumasi and I actually wanted to pick, one of the ride-hailing services.
No, don't do that in Kumasi.
My God. My goodness. The guy called me, told me that the fare that's displayed on the app, I should forget the fare.
Yeah.
Let's talk the fare on the phone. Wow. So he told me that from the airport to Golden Tulip, at the time it was called Golden Tulip, he was going to charge me a certain amount, which was way higher than what was on the app. So yeah, and I can imagine how the taxi situation and torture situation would be like in Kumasi. So,
So in Kumasi, if you're in Kumasi, ride hailing, no. Because from the time they started, these drivers will tell you, forget the app, it is what I will charge.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see that the ride-hailing services have not done anything about it. Because it's a service.
Yeah.
You have a promise you're making to the passengers or the riders. And so if at the end of the day, somebody's not going to go by it, why are they still on the apps?
Absolutely.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But it looks like today, we're getting a lot of messages from Kumasi. Shout outs to Kumarica, all our viewers in Kumari.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one says, I'm Frederick. I'm Paul from Kumasi, and we've been encountering similar situation here.
Wow. Wow.
So it looks like this is an issue that is not only exclusive to Accra, but beyond.
Yeah.
Okay, hello, my name is Richard from Kumasi. About transport fare, even in premises of Otumfor and police residents, same increment of prices at evening time. So pathetic and shameful to GPRTU.
The GPRTU. And this is why we needed the GPRTU representative here to respond to some of these issues. Because I can understand how unfair it would be for them to be bashed, and then they don't get an opportunity to also, respond to some of these concerns. So sometimes when we call you, it's not because we just want to beautify our sets. We need you guys to respond to some of these issues. But anyway, let's get into the conversation now and talk about the Amasaman Pokwasi people. Yeah. Once again, Mr. Aminu, you're welcome.
Thank you.
This is serious business. Yeah. Enough of the joking.
Yeah.
What is? I'm sure you've heard of. I mean, even if you haven't, you saw some of the people in our Vox Pop, residents complaining about how some of these drivers, take advantage of them. I would put it at that. What do you have to say? What are your initial, response to that situation?
So I would like to greet our viewers, and I'm very happy to have this opportunity to be here. And Yao and yourself, I'm happy to be with you here. The interesting thing is I live in Amasaman.
Okay.
So I know that route very well, and most of the things that they are saying,
you can relate?
I can relate to it. I think one time I got that complaint. So I intentionally parked my car around Circle and did this investigation.
The area, right.
And before I got to Amasaman, I think I spent more than 30 cedi.
Wow.
Wow. So they are not lying?
They are not lying.
Okay, great.
They are not lying. They are, I think one lady, she really poured her heart out. Yeah. So we will look at it.
So you see, we always hear that from you guys. We look at it, and I say you guys because we've hosted your colleagues here, and we've all had conversations about some of these things. Yeah. I mean, it looks like you guys come here, you just speak English to us, or to the people of Ghana, because beyond just committing to say we're going to look at it, we're going to do something about it, on the grounds, the situation still persists. So really, right now, I don't think we want to hear, we will look at it. What are the practical, because, and I like the fact that you said you have investigated yourself, and you found out that these are really true concerns. So if this is happening, what is stopping you, if maybe there are some challenges you can share with us, what is stopping you from really, holding these drivers and mates to go ahead,
Yeah, so just before you come in, I also want us to put it in perspective, right? Because what we understand is that no single person can start and then just, okay, I bought my trotro and start a trotro business.
Yes.
They need to belong to one of these unions.
Associations, right.
Which tells us that there should be some level of control. So I guess what I probably want you to also touch on when you're responding to is, how does it work? Are there controls? Okay, does somebody need to be part of the union? If somebody is part of the union, what does it mean? What are the measures? Like, can anybody just wake up and do what they want, or how does it actually work?
I think, first, let me tackle that issue first. Because one lady was saying GPRTU.
Okay.
GPRTU is a mother union that all of us belongs to. Okay. Even concern, we are in collaboration with GPRTU. Yes.
Okay.
But the issue is, we shouldn't put blame on GPRTU or any other union, because most of the cars plighting on the road are, let me say, floating cars, which they don't belong to unions.
No.
You see, most of the cars, if you go into it, I think the one that I took, and I spent 30 cedi. In that same car, I took from Circle, he got to Achimota, he said he's going to Ofanko, from Ofanko to Amasaman, from Amasaman to Insawam. That is how they do it. And I intentionally sat in the car. When he says he's going to another destination, then I'll pay again. Another destination, then I'll pay again. Before I got down, I made sure I handed him over to the police.
Okay.
So we will be urging the passengers, whenever they plight a car like this, and a situation like this happens to them, they should let us know so that we get the number of that car and make sure that person is dealt with.
Right.
Okay.
But at least, yeah, sorry to cut you. I like the fact that you said you, after experiencing whatever you experienced, you made sure you took action by handing over the said driver and mate to the police. But, you know, oftentimes, again, we've hosted your colleagues, right, here, both from Concerned and GPRTU. And the thing about floating drivers is a chorus we're not just hearing today. It's something you guys repeat almost all the time. To me, it's beginning to sound like a convenient excuse, because I'm thinking, okay, so we've been able to see or recognize that, okay, this is the issue, that there are a lot of floaters or floating drivers. What are we doing? Is there some kind of sticker you're going to put on your members, the cars of your members, to signal, and even also do that education, signal to the passengers that if you pick a car and you don't see this sticker, you don't see this verification that, oh, this person is a member of maybe our association, do not pick the car. Because if you pick a car that has that sticker, it means that the person is a member of your association. And so if they should conduct themselves in any untoward manner, there are appropriate mechanisms in place they can channel their complaints through. But we always come here, we talk about floater drivers, and they keep causing mayhem on the streets, and we keep using them as an excuse. I mean.
Okay, so I think there's another part of this conversation. It gets interesting. But please go ahead, and then after we come.
I think the issue you raise is a broad issue that all the unions have to come together to make sure we sit down and settle this issue once and for all.
Okay.
Anyone could stand up and say, I'm going to buy 207 or a Sprinter to work for me. Instead of him to align himself to a union, he thinks he has given it to a driver to work with it. All that he's looking for is in the evening, he should come and give him his sales, or his weekly sales or monthly sales. But mostly, this blame should go to the car owners. Before you give your car to a driver, make sure he is associated with a union, that when something even happens, you can even trace and look at it. But it's like most of the cars on the road are floating cars. And I want GPRTU and we, the other unions, to make sure, like she said, look for a logo or some symbol that will identify that this person is from this union or this person is from this union.
Please, if that action is taken, I'll take royalties. I can't give you ideas for free.
So
anyway.
No, we've thought about it, right? But the thing is, implementing it is an issue.
Okay.
Implementing it is an issue.
Okay.
So we will try as much as possible we can to push that agenda through.
We'll come back to this conversation because I have some questions on it, but I think, Noella, you want to take it?
Of course. You dare not introduce a woman when a woman is on set. Anyway, so we've been joined by a very distinguished person. She is the MCE, I understand, aspiring MCE, I beg your pardon, of Pokwase Amasaman. Producer, aspiring MCE? Okay. Let's allow her introduce herself then, because I don't have the information. So you're welcome, Madam. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. And you have to pardon me for that mishap. And yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. And let me say a very good morning to your viewers. And then let me once again say congratulations to the NDC party in Ghana, Aiko.
Right.
Honorable Hajia Mariam Mohammed.
Honorable
Hajia Mariam Mohammed.
Mariam Mohammed, okay.
I'm aspiring MCE.
Okay.
Okay.
At Ghana West, Amasaman constituency.
Okay, okay. So I wasn't too far from.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
great. It's great to have you, on the show. And so I'm sure you've heard the discussions that we're having now on what is happening on the roads of Amasaman, Pokwase, some, drivers and all of that. And obviously you're an aspiring MCE, which means you represent the people. What do you have to say about what's happening?
Thank you very much for this question. And I'm surprised when I got here and I was told this is the discussion people have on board. I'm just from the vetting of the MCE today.
Okay.
And we get the call that you people are calling for the interview. And I was asked, one of the major challenges that we have in the district, the West District, Amasaman to be precise, and I mentioned our road network.
Right.
So honestly, when I got here and I was told that they are discussing, I was like, wow.
Wow.
This is exactly what happened. The question they asked at the vetting today. So I'm happy today, and I know my leaders, or the leader of the nation, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and all the other people who are concerned are listening to us this afternoon, because it is a very big challenge in the district. From Circle to Amasaman, sometimes we pay 50 Ghana cedis, 30 Ghana cedis. From here to even Suhum is how much? You see, it's because the road is not good. And I don't blame the current government because we handed over power, that was 2016. And we thought by now the road has been done, but we did not get the good governance then. But I know and trust His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that as he has moved in 2 months now, let's give him some few time. Things will change.
But I mean, since you are a representative of government and we have you, it's great. We want to know, that road isn't completed. I'm sure you said it yourself. Are there plans in place? Because normally what we see when a certain government starts a project, like could be a road project or a facility project whatsoever, and they are unable to complete it, when the next government comes, we hardly see them completing that project. But that is a major road that has brought about a lot of concerns, one of which we're discussing today. Are you aware of any plans in place to complete that stretch?
Thank you very much. Yes, let me assure you, I know and hope to be the MCE for Ghana West. And I'm going to promise you, inshallah, we're going to make sure that we complete that road.
Oh, so are you tying the completion to your succession as the new
With
MCE?
that my succession, I know I'm going to be...
If you're not an MCE, it's not going to be completed.
As a good citizen, you always have to support good ideas, So I will support His Excellency John Dramani Mahama because he has promised us that we're going to smile under the umbrella, under his leadership. And he's a president that we all trust, okay? So I know, as we are in power, the Amasaman Pokwase Road, inshallah, we shall complete it.
So
okay. Go ahead.
I think one of the curious questions that, things that people have been curious about is, so is it currently on hold or the contractors are still on doing the work? Or for now it's on hold?
No, it's not on hold. They are still doing their work, yes.
Okay.
And we are going to make sure that we faster things for the road to be acceptable because we are all there and we suffer the same way other people are suffering.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. We'll come back to you for your last words, but Mr. Aminu.
Yes.
You said you have...
Yes, I had some questions for you. So there was one thing you mentioned, right? Or two things, actually. One was that we should blame the owners of the vehicle, which I think we might not be able to blame them. Same for passengers, right? Because if I'm going to work, most of the people need to be at work at a certain time. And so once I get there, any car that comes, they don't have the luxury. You saw the guy that said he gets there at 4, doesn't get a car till like 6, 7. So they don't have the luxury of choosing, is it a registered car or not registered car and all that. Now, my question is, okay, have you, your team, GPRTU concerned drivers, have you looked into why a lot of drivers are choosing to be floating drivers than coming to the stations registering with you. And when you say that people should report to you, where do they report to? Is there a number? Is there a contact? How does that work?
Thank you. I think the issue you raised or the question you asked is an important question that we should all tackle. Drivers sometimes are, let me say, stubborn. What he has been trained to do, when he gets to the road, he does different things. GPRTU concern and other unions, we make sure we train our drivers how to even attend to passengers, even meet the conductors. We make sure, even now they are dressing, we make sure we check all these things. But you have stubborn ones in them. So we shouldn't brand them entirely, that all of them are doing that. But when I get to a bus stop and I want to plight a car, definitely I will not check whether this one is from GPI2 or whether this
I just
one
want
is
to
from
go.
this or this. But when you get to a station, that is why sometimes we always advise we should plight cars at the station. But someone will not do that. He will definitely start by the roadside, and he will not.
For me, I even have a crazy view that I feel like some of the things that these floaters do that we complain about, your members also do it. Definitely. Because at the end of the day, if someone is making more money through doing these things, why won't I also, and the people are picking the cars and giving them all this money, why won't I also want to,
sometimes we always tell our people to go to the stations and plight cars to their destination. Because sometimes you can lost, your item can lost and you don't know where to find it. But when you plight at the station, definitely you come to the station and you have your item back to you. But when you plight by the roadside, how are you, which car?
Anyway, we have some messages.
Definitely,
we have some messages.
We should encourage everybody to plight their cars at the station, and it will be a union car, not just a floating car that will be doing all this.
Honestly,
I understand that
until I see practical action, all of these is just English to me, honestly.
Okay, so we have this message. It says, please, I'm Bernard from Tema Gulf City. The fare from Gulf City to Ashaman is unstable. Basically, it changes. Okay, can we go to the next message?
Issues with regards to these Trotsky peeps, it's so pathetic. We pray our leaders of the nation sit up and make the system work rather than personal gain, hence leading to all the lawlessness. What happened to the nation's price regulatory team?
Yes.
Kwesi and Nachimota sent that one.
And I think there's something that we need to do, right? We actually, as Structured as a TV show and all that, we need to arrange and engage the Ministry of Transport and Highways.
Absolutely. This one says, good morning, I'm Roland from Kumasi. If you want to go to KJT, the same bus will take you from Kodie to Buoho. Buoho. Hey, Asamo. 3 cities. Buoho to Afrancho, 3 cities. Afrancho to Kronum. Hey,
you know what? Let me help you. From Kodie to Buoho is 3 cities. Buoho to Afrancho is 3 cities. Afrancho to Kronum is 3 cities. Kronum to Makro is 5 cities. Makro to Swami, 5 cities. Swami to KJT, 3 cities. So that means you put it together, you're looking at 9 cities, 14, 19, 22 Ghana cedis just to get from Kodie to KJT. The same bus, so only God can save some of us.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Betty from Insawam. Please, we beg the government to do something about the dust on the road. Imagine a banker not having a car, getting to the office with full of dust from the wig to the shoe. This situation is so pathetic. This is bad, but I sort of want to see a picture of it because, Charlie, I can only imagine. Good morning to you and your honorable guest. I'm Asari and a resident of Aboba. And on a normal day, the transport fare to Accra is 11 cities. But with the failure of the Transport Council to provide cars for transport, any car gets to the station and says, he will convey us to Accra only if we agree to pay 19 cities. That's 8 cities more. Which
anyways, Thank you guys so much. We would have loved to actually read more of your messages, but we've got about 30 seconds to wrap up. So let me give that 30 seconds. In fact, I want to give you 15 seconds of that. Practically, promise us what you will do briefly when you become an MCA.
Thank you very much. As I already told you, I live in the constituency or the district, so I know the problem of the district. Knowing the problem is part of the solution, right? So they should give us time. If I, Maria Mohammed, is given the opportunity to serve as the MCE for Gawes District, we will make sure that the road from Pokwasi to Nsawam, let me put it that way, because it stretches from that place to Nsawam, we'll make it accessible for users.
Okay, good luck to you.
We'll try as well to connect all the other roads, you know, to make it more accessible.
Okay.
Good
luck to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
I wish you vote for her so that we can hold her to this video when she comes to power and she doesn't, you know, perform. But thank you so much, Mr. Aminu Yusuf as well. He's the General Secretary of the Concerned Drivers Association. He's been speaking a lot of English this morning.
Can I
Angel Gabriel, your last words. Okay, go ahead.
Drivers. Concern is there for drivers. So we plead with them. We are begging.
Okay.
They should try as much as possible to listen to the plight of the people. They are crying and the country is sad. So we are begging them. They are making the work difficult for us. They don't listen to us.
Very profound. Thank you so much. This has been Chocho Diaries brought to you by Hisense Ghana. It's live every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it's been awesome. My name is Noella Kariniali. I did this with
Yao Odum, and we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely.